Very rightly put up. What I wish to say is here, all of us is one or another consumers. We have been consistently demanding. Okay. So in the hurricane of demanding stature of consumers, okay, the organizations has to come up with innovations. Otherwise, if you do not adapt and you do not evolve, automatically the dire state of affairs could be the propositions of, I will give two classic examples. It was a status symbol 2012, 2013, 2014 still having a BlackBerry mobile. Today everybody knows what is the state of affairs of BlackBerry mobile. Similarly, Nokia being present in India for 12 years, going to a 30,000 crores turnover, which is 40% of Hindustan Lever, despite being presenting in India and servicing to the consumers for about roughly 60-70 years. Okay, Nokia done that job in let's say a decade of times. Okay, so remain relevant to the marketplace is extremely important. At the same time, maintaining the pace with the consumer. It is all about consumer psychology. I was just going through a presentation this afternoon. Okay, the consumers as consistently demanding, and the consumer is demanding due to a behavioral cycle. I'm a consumer, I belongs to a pattern, and you are a consumer, you belongs to a pattern, and you have a behavioral patterns. The organization has to study, develop a strategy to deal with it, and consistently they have to innovate. When we talk about India as a whole market, it is not for brick and mortar, not for e-commerce. It is everybody to stay on in long-term propositions. When we talk about India is such a big country of 1,54,000 pin codes, roughly about 30,000 pin codes serviced so far by Softclose. Right? A 6,50,000 villages, 723 district headquarters. When we talk about it, is the huge demographic dividend, brick and mortar, omni-channel, and e-commerce all has to sustain. If one part is head, the other part is the tail. Omni-channel is the surrounding, the quarters of the coin. Okay, so it is going to a big play, and thing has to settle, and perhaps whomsoever bringing that wow factors to the overall consumer delight, they will be surviving in a long-term propositions. And yes, we need to look at the other factors. E-commerce today is everybody talking about. Look at the rate of returns. Look at the rate of returns. Okay, 60%, 50%. Okay, at the same time, when we analyze and study the rate of returns in e-commerce, we will realize that the consumers, COD level consumers has got highest level of merchandise returns. So that's being a tricky one of the area of, if our BI business intelligence is enough to deal with that, we need to have a control parameters on COD transactions first when we talk about, and to seize that return factors in e-commerce. And when I'm talking about a platform, it has been given equal opportunity to e-commerce and brick and mortar. And I'm being a brick and mortar store, having 2 lakh SKUs at our end. I have the equal opportunity to demonstrate, apart from selling at my brick and mortar store, the store has got equal opportunity to sell out to the online as well, by mode of opening my portals with the same inventory. No additional inventory is required, so the inventory can be managed at the same warehouse or the same store. The same store can be supplied, okay, can resume the supplies, okay, to rest of the consumers or the online business. So if this proposition is open to everyone, all the retailers of, you said I do not wish to rename them, why don't they adopt?
What you are saying, I think so developers would be having the biggest problem, because nowadays developers